Support the show that supports the scene. Patreon.com/BRLSON. It's pretty much $1 a show. Plus, I'll give you extra stuff, exclusive shows and content, and there are levels to this game as well, including a advertising package, which is cheaper than our normal one. So sign up and support the show that supports your scene. Patreon.com/BRL, son.
BRL, son.
Peace, this is Nelson Dialect. You're tuned in to Beats, Rhymes and Life.
This is ISB. You're listening to BRL.
This is Optimus from the almighty Downside Crew.
Yeah, this is Nick Luffy from One Day Spit Syndicate.
What up, it's 360. You're listening to Beats, Rhymes and Life.
Peace, family. This is El Fresh the Lion on Beats, Rhymes and Life. Stay tuned. This is where hip-hop lives.
It is BRL all across Australia on the Community Radio Network. And now joining us on the show, now I'm going to try not to butcher this because it takes me a couple of goes to get around your name, Indigomerkaba. Am I right?
Yeah, you got it first go, yes. Bro. Fucking oath.
Trust me, I've been practicing. Multi-syllable, that's why I'm not a rapper. Multi-syllable anything just does not come out right. Now, you're part of what I would say, and also what's sort of been sort of promoted, especially through our friends, and shout out to Sanchez and the crew from The Lesson, this new generation of Adelaide hip-hop. Of course, little controversy earlier this year, but you were sort of named in this group that's sort of going to be taking the Adelaide scene into this new generation as such. And the new record from you is bloody excellent. It's called Borderline. So welcome to the show.
Cheers, bro. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Indeed. Now, this is it's a bit of you got a bit of everything in there. You got some chill vibes. You got some really deep stuff as well. You got some bars. So just for anyone that's sort of out there and hasn't watched your web series, which, that's also, once again, shouts to The Lesson, that's on YouTube. A bit of background on who is Indigomerkaba.
From Adelaide, bro. I've been doing this I've been releasing music for like two years now.
Right,
but
right.
I've been recording for probably like 10 years.
Oh.
But I wanted to make sure my shit was dope from the jump as soon as I came out.
See, I like the fact that you're patient on that, because there are plenty of people who just put out some bullshit.
Yeah, no, I don't see the point in it, because you never get a second impression. If you put out some shit that's average or whatever when you're young, chances are if they don't like it the first time, they're not going to listen to it again the second time. So I wanted to, I guess, perfect my craft as much as I could before putting anything out.
Absolutely.
So then it sounds professional from the jump.
See, there's a lesson in that for a lot of young rappers out there as well, because it's increasing as well. That I'm getting a lot of stuff now, and there is a lot of that. Hey, you could probably try again with that kind of thing. Maybe hit another studio session or a bit of a rewrite.
I think a big thing for these younger dudes is like they see the money and they see the materialism that hip hop brings, and they want that rather than they don't actually have a love or a connection to the actual culture itself. Like I've done my homework, bro. Like I know about the culture of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like I studied, your Rakims and your Slick Ricks and fucking KRS and Cool Herc. Like
hell yeah,
I understand the culture outside of Australian hip hop culture. Like I understand just hip hop in general. So I feel like a lot of these young dudes need to not just see what's popping on the TV and like, do you actually love this shit? Do you actually love the culture? Because if not, I'd say 9 times out of 10 you're going to fail. You know what I mean? You're just wasting your time, and you're wasting you're wasting your money on mics and studio sessions and all the shit that you're probably spending money for to just have this image. Like fuck the image. Make the music because it's art and you love it.
Absolutely. It just preach. 100%. 100%. And I can tell you right now, once again, we'll talk to young rappers in the audience right now that are listening to this. It's so much easier to do your research now that everything's online. Doing that stuff way back in the day, like, you know, all of the people in the culture now, and of course, you know, the older heads. I'm probably an older head myself these days, but you know, and the people that are, you know, the people who influence me in Australian hip culture and otherwise. Yeah, they had to go through books and everything like that. I was lucky that I got in like a little after sort of internet was starting to boom in a way, so I could, you know, sort of read about albums as such. But there wasn't a Wikipedia or anything back then. Like, this stuff wasn't really easy to get to. And now you can just do a quick Wikipedia search, and maybe if you want to do the journalistic thing as well, maybe read something else, maybe another article or something like that to sort of, you know, double check facts and everything. But it's so much easier now to do your homework in a way. You can watch watch all the old interviews and all the mixtapes and all that stuff's on YouTube too. So it's just go for a deep dive for a week or so. You'll probably come out going, oh, okay, this 87 record from Eric B and Rakim's pretty cool, man. Oh, that's where that sample comes
100%.
from.
Yeah, fucking know. 100%, bro.
So, Oz hip hop style, because you've got a very unique style as well. It's raw as well. Like, you put a lot of feeling and emotion on a track. Who's an influence for you, international and Australian wise?
International wise, I'd say like my three biggest, like as far as influences musically, like the way I actually do shit sonically and cadences and flows and musically, I'd say my three biggest influences outside of Australia would be like Lil Wayne, Nipsey Hussle, and J. Cole.
Yep.
And then from Australia, probably like, to be honest, it's probably just Trem and just Husky.
I can hear
musical influence.
I can hear that absolutely. Bars wise, absolutely. You know, like Trem is kind of the one in that regard.
That's the goat.
And
that's the goat to me.
He is the goat. Oh, yeah, I'd probably say Trem, goat. It's hard to go past that when you really think about it. Once again, young rappers and everything. Look online. I think YouTube has all of those old Trem EPs. You could just press play on those. Those are really influential LC records. Yeah. And of course, at Husky as well in the new direction.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I can definitely hear that throughout the record. Now you mentioned like, oh yeah, there's a lot of all of that. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm putting together this record, Borderline. How long's it taken from go to now?
Well, the thing with Borderline was I didn't plan for it to be anything. Like I was going through a fair bit of shit at the start of the year with my mental health, and just I had people making fake profiles and just trying to drag my name through the fucking mud, and it was a lot of weird shit. There's heaps of weird shit going on in my life, and I decided I was going to take a break from social media, and I spent a week in the studio just recording shit. And because I work alongside with Nebs, like he's pretty much the only dude that I'll go to for production now.
Yep.
So really, all these songs that I had, I was showing him because I was recording these over YouTube beats.
Oh, right.
I was just, I just wanted to vent. I was just venting and just making songs. And then Nebs asked me, "Oh, can you send me the stems to all those songs that you showed me?" And I sent him all the songs. I didn't really know what was going to go down. And then he sent me one of the tracks. I think it was Break Free. I think Break Free was the first track that he made. So he reproduced the beat like he remade his own version of the
Holy
YouTube
shit.
beat. So like all the production that you heard on that was like Neb's heard what I originally had recorded over these YouTube joints,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of was like, "No, fuck that. I'm gonna make it better." Because like the album itself, I don't even want to call it an album, but the tape itself, if you listen to it unmixed, just over the YouTube beats,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty lackluster. I was like, "This is fucking average. This is just some venting." You know?
Yep.
I didn't really resonate with it that much. I was just like, this is all depressive fucking shit. Like,
Yep.
I don't really want to even put this out there. But then once I sent the stems to Nebs, and he started remaking these fucking beats and doing these crazy outros and doing this crazy mixing and shit on my voice. Like, by the time he had like 4 or 5 tracks remade, I was like, fuck, this shit's pretty special. Like, this is pretty hectic. And then by the time he sent me the final mix, I was like, fuck, I'm happy that... Because Nebs was really the one pushing, like, bro, you should put this out because this is fucking hectic. This is going to help a lot of people. And I was hesitant on it because I was like, this is the first time ever I've really been self-conscious about my music. Because I was so open and so vulnerable. And I was kind of... I don't know, yeah, it was just coming from where I was at the start of the year to... I kind of pulled it. I kind of turned it around pretty quickly. So I was in a...
Wow.
So while Nebs is making this shit, I'm already in a better position mentally. So I'm hearing these depressed records, and then I'm thinking, fuck, I don't know if I want to put it out because I'm not in that position right now. And I'd already done like a whole nother album.
Oh, wow.
Shit. Like
you got more in reserve, ready to go.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on 3 more projects already.
Right.
Like I put Borderline out, and I've already got 3 more.
Damn.
Ready.
Jesus Christ.
And that's all shit that I worked on this year. Like, that's no old music.
See, that's awesome. So, you know, there's probably some mixtapes and that. You get really picky now with that. Like, really, really picky. Like, I'm not entirely feeling this. So this can be here and drop a single here and there. Having stuff in bank is great, isn't it?
Oh yeah, dude. I just like working. Like I'm not one of them dudes that likes to drop one single and then let people marinate on it for fucking 3 months and fuck that. Just put it out. Like I just like putting shit out constantly. I want to be known as the hardest worker in the country.
And that tends to be the way that it's sort of happening as well. Like we sort of said before, you've worked on it for years and you've had the patience and you've got to that skill level now where you can put stuff out and it is quality, but you can put out prolific stuff as well, which is, you know, it's kind of where you want to be, especially in the modern sort of streaming kind of climate as well. Like people, you know, want new songs all the time.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's kind of the reason why I have this work ethic, because it's like I know the way people digest music now. It's not like how it used to be. Like I remember when I was a kid, bro, I'd buy an Eminem album.
Yep.
And that was the album I had for the 2 years before he put some new shit out. Do you know what I mean? You would sit with an album for fucking a couple of years.
Yep.
And you'd love it.
Mm-hmm.
You'd love it like it's a child, like it's something that molded you. Like, whereas now, you put out an album and people already want the new shit. Like 2-3 months later, like 3 months is old for a project these days.
It is.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. Trust me, I do miss the days of. I love the streaming era. It's just so much easier to sort of do things, especially this show. Like this show runs off streaming new tracks every week, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said of sitting down with a record, a physical copy, and just enjoying it as well.
Like, 100%, bro. I miss them days, but
they're gone.
I guess, yeah, you need to adapt in this new climate. Like, I feel like if you're the sort of person, like if you're the sort of artist that you only want to put an album out a year type shit, then you probably should, I don't know, you should like probably put like a single out for like every track on the project, because I've seen a few people do that.
Yeah.
Like from the States, like I've seen people that will have an album coming out, but they'll do like 6 or 7 big, real hectic videos as singles that are all on the album as well. So then when they actually put their shit out, the streams mesh with the new release, if you kind of get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think the new way of doing shit, I think you just need to be as creative as possible. If not that, then you just got to work hard.
Absolutely.
And that's what I say to everyone, bro. Like, I just pride myself on hard work and making sure that I outwork everyone, and just have belief that what I am working on is hectic, and I think it is.
Oh, absolutely. And, you can even see, I just brought up the YouTube on the phone here, and you've, just dropped videos in the last couple of weeks. Mr. Give a Fuck is there, and Best Life. Those are complete videos ready to go on your YouTube right now.
Yeah.
So, this has turned into more of like almost like one of those masterclass things. Here's how to market in the modern era. Trust me, I'm only learning this stuff now. I've been doing radio and I guess podcasts in a way. Podcasts are like maybe a year and a half or so, but like as a presenter and whatever, I've been doing this for 20 years, and only in the last, I'd say, year now, since the show's gone national, that I've learned a better way to market, and it's sort of taking cues from people like yourself. Now, I'm not going to be making any videos anytime soon, just because I haven't got the setup for that yet, and also people don't want to see me talking into a microphone to myself. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just not for film.
Word.
But like that kind of stuff is excellent. Like that extra content. That's kind of what people want in a way. So, take note, everyone, that get some collabs going, meet some people who do.
The way I look at it, bro, the way I look at it is, sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
Like,
no, you're the
way I look at it is like, if you're the sort of dude like myself that's constantly dropping, like the people that aren't dropping constantly, when they want new music from them and they can't get it, where do they go? They go to wherever the fuck music's coming from.
Yes.
Where whoever's got the new shit, they want that. It's like the fans are like fiends, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you've got the product, feed the fiends, and keep them happy. You know what I mean? Keep them fucking feeding more. Keep giving it to them. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, people are fiending for new tunes these days, and there are people like me who end up sort of. I'm probably one of those fiends. I'm always listening to tunes all the time. Whenever I get a chance to have a deep dive, it's probably my favorite sort of afternoon or evening of the week, where it's just me and a Bandcamp account, or like sitting there on Spotify, or Instagram as well. Another way where I follow a bunch of accounts of my favorite acts and everything. You can see who those are on the BRL page, and that's where I get most of these releases from. Is labels mailing out, and people like yourselves and whoever sending out tracks and putting it out on Instagram, and then I go and hunt down copies. That kind of thing. That's how it works. There is no more of that middleman, PR person. Like they're almost extinct, especially in Australian hip hop. Like like the people who used to do stuff for Obese and Shogun back in the day. Those people are off doing other things now. I'm still Facebook pals with those people, but the PR person's kind of almost extinct when it comes to, especially hip hop now. It's really hard. Just, people put it out on their own. So just if you want that new, get out their socials. They'll give it to you pretty much straight up.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, you really. Like, in this day and age, you really don't need no one but yourself and just it always goes back to work ethic, bro. Like, if you got the work ethic and you got the hunger and you want to succeed, you'll find a way to do it yourself. You don't need anyone else, really. But that's just me. I could be completely wrong. But to me, I feel like with what I'm trying to do, I don't really need anyone else, bro. I just need myself and a hard work ethic and you need to have good networking skills as well, though. Like, I feel like you can be the hardest worker, you can make the dopest music, but if you can't speak to people and you can't be in a room with people, then you shoot yourself in the foot as well. So people skills, working hard, good music, good person, just be a good cunt.
Absolutely. So the record, Borderline, it's out now on all forms of streaming. You can hear it pretty much anywhere through your phone or otherwise. And I think this has been a really good lesson in sort of Australian hip-hop and hip-hop marketing really in 2021. So I think this is going to be a very useful interview/podcast. But thank you very much for joining us on the show, Indigomerkaba.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. One love to everyone listening.
Dropping EDM, hip-hop, and a bunch of best beats programs around. If you want bangers, you'll be in the right place with Tune One. Tune1.com.au. That's tune1.com.au. Tune One, proud show sponsor.